In order to start a Genially, you have two options. You can click on the button on the left that says Create Genially, or you can choose from the grid down here of all the different things. The first tool I'm going to go over is called an interactive image. So I'm going to select it from here, and I'm going to create an image. So when you create an image, you can either upload it from your computer, you can do it from URL, or you can use a generic free-to-use images from Unsplash. I tend to always use images from my computer, so I look online, save image as, save it to my computer, name it something that I'm going to be able to easily find, and then upload it here. So I'm going to click here, and I have a image of a graph of carrying capacity. So you can see here, I'm going to click it to select it, and then click accept. And then there's a cropping option. I want to make sure that I expand this rectangle to cover everything that I want to see. Anything outside of this rectangle will be cut off. So here I think I like it like that. There are some other image orientation tools. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can make it full screen. You can, I think it looks like maybe flip it vertically, sorry, horizontally or vertically. You can also rotate it if you need to. All right, the image is as I like it, so I'm going to click accept. All right, so once it's here, now it's going to give me a little bit of a tour. I'm going to close that for now. So there's all kinds of things you can add to a Genially interactive image. So it will start you off with a couple of these. You can use these, you can delete them. You can also, like I'm probably just going to use it. So I'm going to shrink it in size. I want to mark this part of the graph. I'm going to move this out of the way. And when I click on it, you can see that I can change some of the properties of this button. So I'm going to click on that. I want to make it let's say it is a tooltip. And you'll see the difference between these things once I am finished. So for the tooltip, I'm going to call this the overshoot and then explanation here, right? And click save. Okay, and let's see. You can also modify the animation. You can have it enter or exit or hover over mouse. There are all kinds of things you can play with here. Just like in a Google Slide or PowerPoint presentation, you can change certain properties of how these icons move when you want to. Okay, I'm going to close that. Another thing you can do is change the symbol or icon within it. So even though I've already placed some text within this clickable button, I'm going to click on replace, and then I can change the icon. So from here, I'm going to choose something else, maybe a star to make it stand out, and then click on replace. So now instead of a plus sign, it is a star, yet I still have my labeling here. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. And just for example, I'm going to duplicate this one. So I can click, I'm going to right click on this and click on duplicate. So now I have another button with a star, so I don't have to format it again. So, but it does duplicate the text. So I'm going to go in here and actually I'm going to move this over. Okay. Okay, and then I can go here and modify the information here, explanation here, change the title, and then keep on labeling if I'd like. So I can change this one. Oops. So right click, duplicate. I'm gonna go here. I want to label this pattern of growth. I can duplicate this again, and I see another point I want to maybe here to label the carrying capacity. So I would go in here and I can change the text associated with that. So now the cool thing about this is now I'm going to click on preview, the little I button up here. So this is how students would see it, or anyone else viewing your Genially. And if they click on it, they would see explanation here. They could just hover over it. Another thing you can do, okay, is if I want to have more explanation or something more detailed, I can click on this, Instead of a tooltip, I can click on a window. And here in the window, you have a little bit more freedom to create. So tooltip is more just when they hover over it, text will show up. But if with a window, they click on it and a more detailed explanation, maybe more text, but you can also add things like images. You can add videos from YouTube that will be directly embedded within the Genially. So I would encourage you when you're playing around to make some tooltips, make some windows. You can also insert links as well, so that when they click it, it will just take them directly to that page. So there are three main ways that you can embed interactivity within the Genially interactive images.